नमस्कार। आज के इस कार्यक्रम में आप सबका स्वागत है। दर्शकों, मानव के शरीर में वैसे तो सभी अंगों को महत्वपूर्ण माना जाता है, किंतु जब हम हृदय की बात करते हैं, अपने दिल की बात करते हैं, तो हम इसे अधिक ज्यादा महत्व देते हैं। क्योंकि यदि हृदय ने धड़कना बंद कर दिया, हमारे दिल ने धड़कना बंद कर दिया, तो डॉक्टर उस इंसान को मृत घोषित कर देते हैं। इसलिए हृदय का स्वस्थ रहना बहुत अधिक जरूरी है। आजकल के मॉडर्न लाइफस्टाइल में जबकि हम सब लोग जंक फूड की तरफ ज्यादा आकर्षित हो रहे हैं, क्या ये हमारे हृदय को स्वस्थ रखने के लिए बहुत अधिक जरूरी है? कई ऐसे सवाल हैं जो हमारे दिमाग में उभरते हैं कि ऐसी कौन कौन सी सावधानियां हैं जो हमें बरतनी चाहिए अपने हृदय को स्वस्थ रखने के लिए। हृदयघात किन परिस्थितियों में होता है? किस तरह से हम हार्ट अटैक जैसी बीमारी से अपने आप को बचा सकते हैं? क्या शरीर को स्वस्थ रखना योगा के द्वारा संभव है या नहीं? कुछ ऐसे ही सवालों के उत्तर जानने के लिए हमने अपने आज के इस कार्यक्रम में आमंत्रित किया है डॉक्टर BD शर्मा जी को, जो कि फेलो अमेरिकन इंटरनेशनल फिजिशियन है। आपने फेलोशिप किया है रॉयल कॉलेज ऑफ फिजिशियन आयरलैंड से, फेलोशिप किया है अमेरिकन कॉलेज ऑफ फिजिशियन USA से, एसोसिएट फेलो हैं ACC USA के। तो आइए हम उनसे सवालों के उत्तर जानने का प्रयास करते हैं। सबसे पहले डॉक्टर साहब, आपका हमारे कार्यक्रम में स्वागत है। वी वेलकम यू इन दिस प्रोग्राम। एट द आउटसेट शुरुआत में आपसे ये जानना चाहते हैं, व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द हेल्दी हार्ट, जब हम एक स्वस्थ हार्ट की बात करते हैं, व्हाट शुड रेदर वी टेक प्रिकॉशंस, ऐसी कौन कौन सी है जो हमें अपने दिमाग में रखनी चाहिए, वी शुड कीप इन आवर माइंड?
Thank you, Alka ji, and good morning to all your viewers. To make things possible, we will use both Hindi and English.
That's not a problem.
Because of the wellness as we talk. Wellness is a composite where you have very thin line. What you claim, I'm healthy, because from the looks, from actions or reactions, but you are at the verge of an explosion, like you may be deceased. And how to pick those disease individual signs, symptoms, the disease which affects the heart. The worst thing is, it is the first killer in developed nations, and it's catching up 20 to 30% of our population in India, which is a vast population. And related expenses and maintenance and services which can be provided to all the people are not feasible. And looking at this, we look at what is health. And there are different systems. What we train, MBBS doctors or MDs or heart specialists, they are trained in one system which is allopathic. And there are other modalities, just like a road leads to a destination, but there may be many roads. The same way, those systems are, our own indigenous system is Ayurveda, yoga, the hermitage type of akhadas where the health is maintained, and then your own attitude. So if we look at the hand, hand tells us very nicely how we can understand what is health. Number one,
yes,
if I am physically looking well, you look at individual, whether he looks sick, he is alert, his eye contact is there, glow is there, that makes him healthier looking. That is the physical health only. How the body parts move. If you may be healthy, you may be healthy looking, but say if you are in pain, you are uncomfortable. So that only the person understands. So from the looks, it can be deceptive. The second is your psychologically, mentally, you should be healthy, so that your social behavior, emotional behavior is healthy, and your responsible behavior is included into it. Number 3, we look at it, how is the individual, they are financially, if they are not doing financially well, they are not healthy, because a lot of things which are needed to maintain a health, like the food, healthy food, nutritional food, those things are not possible if you are living day-to-day life, or you don't have a permanent job, or you don't have access. 4th is, your circle, how you live your life, you are with the family. Within the family, if they are a close-knit family, united family, it gives them a healthy environment for the health. And if there are some systems failures in the family unit, you become unhealthy. You can be wealthy, but you are unhealthy.
Naturally.
And finally, there is something which we all have, what we call faiths, creeds, or following, spiritual health. And if you are not spiritually mature, spiritually following, that unknown factor which we add to the healthy living is the spirituality. So, in nutshell, if we look at what is the wellness, if physically you are healthy, socially you are healthy, psychologically, financially, and spiritually you are healthy. Okay, so the hand, if you put that together, that makes the health. And now, when we talk about the health, now comes the different organs, what takes information in and what gives the command to act, towards that information, how you decode that information. Those individuals who are strong, healthy, their actions you will reflect will be better, and your reception.
Dr. Here I would like to interrupt you. As you have said, so we can conclude that spiritually, mentally, psychologically, physically, then financially, if we are strong, then we can say that a person is healthy.
Yes.
Okay. So in totality, that makes the strength. That makes the strength.
That's right.
Joint family system.
Yes.
So we should encourage that.
That's correct. Yes, it is part of.
Because then there will be no stress on the mind of a man.
Yes.
So stress and heart disease, they are also interrelated.
Yes, because certain organs which get affected. The heart, as we understand, physically, if you look at a heart, it is like a pump. It's like a motor machine, which pulls the nutrients, which is the blood, comes to the heart. The heart pumps the blood to the lungs, which lungs are pepras, and the heart, is dil. The blood gets the oxygen from what you breathe, and the oxygen gives you the strength and energy along with the nutrients for the pump to work better. And the pump, if it is not pumping the blood, what happens? The heart is in the middle of your chest on the left side.
Yes.
So your head is higher than that. So just like if we have the water flow coming from the tank, and if it is not, at the good pressure, it will not circulate. So the taps, even if the taps are there, they will be empty.
They are of good quality, but even then they won't work.
They won't work. The same way, if the heart, first, heart has to be healthy. If it is not healthy, so it cannot pump, it cannot function. So the brain, which is higher than the heart, it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, then it cannot, have discriminatory or faculties which, are right for a healthy living. And they eventually affect the rest of the body parts. So the vital organs are, the heart, lungs, brain, the kidneys, and the GI tract. The liver is very important organ, because all the factory changes, whatever metabolic functions take place is the liver. So to maintain this, one has to maintain the health of all these organs. Now, since we are discussing heart only, so we will take an overview of the heart itself. The heart has the tubes which supply energy to the heart. Those tubes are, one is on the right side, the one is on the left side. The one on the left side divides into two, one comes in the front, one goes on the side and backwards. So these are the three major arteries. So the arteries are nothing but, if you see the polythene tubes or plastic tubes, these are the real, human cellular structure. And it is like the drains, and the flow of the blood goes through it. Now,
Doctor, do you think keeping a healthy lifestyle, we can keep our arteries free from all kind of blockage?
Yes, it puts a lot of responsible behavior on you, not only in your appearance, in your food, in your thoughts, in your mind, in your reactions, in your body structure, and also the other diseases which can affect, like the high blood pressure, diabetes, the cholesterol, and the weight of the individual. So there are other diseases which are related to what we do. Say somebody starts smoking at an early age, it affects. Some people start drinking, it affects the heart. So it is an interaction of lot of functions done by the individual, which keeps the heart healthy. And then, of course, if there is a family history, which we all have the genes, but we don't have the control to choose the genes. We have, soul has the control to choose the womb, but it doesn't have the, control to control the genes. So those genes, if they are in the family history, the chances of getting into trouble of the sum of the individuals in that family is higher than the population. And with that, what happens? Your preventive care or your maintenance has to start much early.
तो इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि कुछ चीज़ें जो हैं जिनका हमें खास तौर से ध्यान रखना है, दर्शकों डॉक्टर साहब ने भी हमें बहुत अच्छे से अभी तक जो बताया है वो ये है कि एक तो इंसान को फिजिकली शारीरिक तौर पर अपने आप को स्वस्थ रखना है, मानसिक तौर पर भी इंसान को स्वस्थ रहना है, और जब हम करते हैं आर्थिक सुधारों की बात, आर्थिक रूप से वहां पर भी स्वस्थ रहना है, हमें अपने आप को मजबूत रखना है, क्योंकि अगर पैसे की कमी होगी तो टेंशन होगी, और स्ट्रेस जो होता है वो हार्ट डिजीज को पनपने में मदद करता है। डॉक्टर साहब ने बड़े अच्छे तरीके से हमें बताया है कि जो पाइप हैं, जो हम जिनको पाइप कहते हैं, कि भी अपनी लेमैन के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से बोलेंगे तो कहते हैं कि पाइप में ब्लॉकेज तभी आएगी, जिनको हम आर्टरीज कहते हैं, तभी ब्लॉकेज आएगी जब आप कुछ टेंशन लेंगे या किसी रूप से आप सुदृढ़ नहीं हैं। डॉक्टर साहब, जहां तक हम हार्ट की बात कर रहे हैं, आप ऑर्गन्स की बात कर रहे हैं, सो आपने हमें बहुत सी बातें जो है वो बताई हैं कि किस तरह से हम अपने हार्ट को हेल्दी रख सकते हैं। डॉक्टर साहब, आजकल जिस तरह से बहुत से हम सुनते हैं एक्सरसाइजेस के बारे में, वी टॉक अबाउट योगा, कि इंसान को योगा करना चाहिए, तो क्या आपको लगता है कि एक्सरसाइज करने से, योगा करने से या किसी भी तरह से शारीरिक जो भी हम कहेंगे अपने आप को मजबूत रखने के लिए, अपने आप को स्वस्थ रखने के लिए हम कुछ भी करते हैं, वो हमारे हार्ट को भी हेल्दी रखने में मदद करता है? डू यू थिंक एक्सरसाइज, योगा एटसेट्रा कैन ऑल्सो कंट्रीब्यूट टुवर्ड्स कीपिंग आवर हार्ट हेल्दी?
Yes, Alka ji, this what you discussed is basically, these are add-ons.
Yes.
They are not the primary remover. Because if you see most of the people who do the yoga, and if they are deficient on the other body structure, or they are not taking care of themselves, or they have the heart disease, or they have high blood pressure, cholesterol, and diabetes. And most of them suffer from that, because I have a lot of contacts with these people. And what happens is, a motor car which we can ride, if it is punctured itself, it's not going to carry us, even if the motor car looks very nice. So the same way, when these people say yoga, I think yoga is good in giving you spiritual stability as well as physical stability. But it doesn't carry you if there is a disease process. That process has to be addressed. How we can stop it, and yet we add the healthy habits. Okay, the healthy habits start with yoga. Walking is a very good exercise.
Yes.
The problem is we eat and then we feel tired or sleepy, and we forego walking. If we take little, earlier the food, when it's not too late and it is safer to walk on the outside, morning walk or evening walk, because the accidents are taking high number of tolls, even on young and old and children, and those things are important that you do it. Now, how you can do, I think early morning walk is very good. Around the house, in the house, in the room, you just go on the top of the roof of the house, and then you walk in there. You don't have to go outside. It is safe, and you make sure you walk for at least half an hour. The half an hour with the simple walk gives you a speed of maybe a 3 miles to an hour. So if you did half an hour, that means you walked 1.5 miles.
आधा घंटा जो है प्रत्येक व्यक्ति को चलना जरूर चाहिए, और खास तौर से सुबह के समय, मॉर्निंग टाइम। उससे जो है आपका शरीर जो है वो स्वस्थ रहेगा, और हमारा हृदय जो है, दिल जो है वो भी हेल्दी रहेगा।
बिल्कुल जी, बिल्कुल। सो उसके साथ you don't need any gadgets. All these gadgets are financially driven markets. So what you do is, your walking is very good. Go to a park and walk there for half an hour. Just walk. Forget about everything else. Your mind is at peace. You are merged with the zero, and you can build anything out of the zero. So that is important. Now, another thing which goes with this is a evening walk also, because it is just like if you don't do it, you are not utilizing. So what happens? It will add on to you. So it doesn't add you in the lengthwise, but it adds on to you breadthwise. And with that, what happens? Your weight goes up. That means your heart has to work harder, because it's just like carrying a sack of potatoes or something on your shoulders, and you cannot carry it for a long time. You are going to feel tired. And the same way, heart has to work harder, not only for an individual, but for individual and a half. Now, if we take individuals, males and females, and the height, if we take average, if you are between 55 kg to 50, I think that is the ideal weight. Although normal weight for men is 70 kg and women accordingly, but it goes by your height, and it goes by your weight. What is the body mass index? And then if it is high, your heart is working hard. Your other metabolic functions are abnormal, and that adds to what we call hardening of the arteries, or narrowing of the arteries, or cholesterol problems. And these are all man-made. It's not God-made. So genetic I can take, but after that, it is all our actions which translate to the wellness. And we are the controllers. And if we don't use the right switches, it's not going to light it up.
डॉक्टर साहब, हमें कैसे पता चलेगा कि कोई व्यक्ति जो है, जो हमारे सामने है, उसे हार्ट अटैक हो चुका है? क्योंकि हम प्रिकॉशंस बहुत लेते हैं, और कई बार हमने ऐसा भी देखा है कि बहुत से लोग काफ़ी प्रिकॉशंस लेने के बावजूद उन्हें हार्ट अटैक हो जाता है। तो फिर हमारे सामने ही व्यक्ति बैठा है या लेटा हुआ है और हम देख रहे हैं उसको कि उसको कोई प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, लेकिन हमें समझ नहीं आता क्योंकि हम सोच ही नहीं पाते हैं कि इस व्यक्ति को भी ऐसी प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है। हाउ विल वी कम टू नो, कि हमें कैसे पता चलेगा कि हमारे सामने जो व्यक्ति जो है सफरर है उसको हार्ट अटैक हो चुका है?
उसमें देखिए अलका जी, एक तो प्रिवेंशन है। प्रिवेंशन तो इट अप्लाइज टू एवरीबॉडी। जैसे हम घर की सफाई करते हैं तो इस बॉडी की भी सफाई करनी चाहिए। सो वंस ए ईयर यू शुड हैव ए चेकअप at certain age levels. If there is a family history and that is a increased risk factor for you to check that, that means you start checking 5 or 10 years early, because it takes time to build up the blockages. It doesn't happen. Yes, crises do happen, accidents do happen when the final assault happens. But those things, if we are not able to control when they are in genesis, when they are being built inside the arteries, blocking the arteries, you cannot know. The only way to know is a good checkup, which should be cost effective, which should be available to all the people of, irrespective of their whatever their faith is, whatever their creed is, whatever they belong to, but they should have access. Once they have access, then those results, whatever tests are taken, 3-4 tests, which are very crucial, should be done. One is the blood count. It tells if your blood is low, your heart does not get the nourishment. Okay. So, it can get weaker. So you correct that or find out the cause and, treat it to the wellness level. Number 2, you check how's your kidneys doing. That will give us, if it is a normal function, it only tells that it is functioning normally. But will it have a disease or damage? Yes, it can have it. Just like any accident, it will. So that test, is, kidney test, well, it is all done in one tube of the blood, so you don't have to worry. Only thing is cost should be affordable and it should be available, and it should not be a cook up kind of, results, it should be really, quality and it should be maintained. Then you check your cholesterol. How is the cholesterol? If it is high, the break-even number, I have seen these pundits, for the last 50 odd years I have been practicing. What they do, they are the same people that teach you lot of different things. And when you really go back, you come back to the original fundamentals, which have never changed. That's why they were original. The foundation is original. So the cholesterol should not be more than 160. Okay. They talk about 200. The higher it is, the bad it is. If there is no blockage, if the water is clean, it's not going to be dirty. Okay. The same way, if the blood is clean, the cholesterol is not going to get, deposited here, there. So after the cholesterol, if you go, you need to check sugar. If the sugar is normal and the person has all the other risk factors of getting the diabetes, family history, okay, and the problem with the gland which controls the sugar, pancreas, if there is a history, disease, you need to check it. If normal blood sugar, these are nowadays, it is very simple. You don't have to have the IV blood taken and all that. From the finger prick, you do it in 1 minute, your results are out. Glucometers. And they are not very expensive. It's a 12-15 rupees, takes you for a blood test, and only a stick, just like a thorn, got into the. So that one, if it is normal. Normal is anything, if you have not eaten anything, say first thing in the morning we check, it should not be more than 100. And any time in the day, it should not be more than 140. So if it is fluctuating, say it is 160, and we might say it is little bit abnormal. No, there's no, either it is normal or it is abnormal. If it is abnormal, it's going to affect you. You know, it's only a matter of time. Okay. So there are other tests, you know, which are based further. The cholesterol, I was telling, there is, if you talk among individual, they hear a few things. There is a good cholesterol, a bad cholesterol. And the good cholesterol is the one which, you know, helps your heart from blockages and heart attacks. And the bad cholesterol is called LDL, low density lipoproteins, which produces blockages. So the lower it is, the better it is. In my book, it is less than 60. If you don't have a heart disease or diabetes or high blood pressure, you can be below 100. But if I was to choose between 60 and 100, I'll choose 60, not 100. 100 is the upper limit. And everybody gets aging, everybody gets changes in the body, and everybody gets this hardening of the artery. So the lesser it is, the better it is. So these are the few things, you know, you can do. The other thing which, you know, gives us a you know, simple blood pressure. If the blood pressure is high, or, you know, what is high blood pressure? If it is more than 120/80, at any age, you know, you look at it, it is abnormal. That means you have to reduce and bring it back to.
डॉक्टर साहब, कई बार हम डॉक्टर साहब के पास जाते हैं, जिस तरह से आपने कहा 120/80, दैट इज द आइडियल ब्लड प्रेशर, तो जिसको हम कहते हैं कि नॉर्मल है. कई बार डॉक्टर्स के पास जाते हैं, वो कहती है कि 130/80 दैट इज ऑल्सो नॉर्मल, 130/90 तक नॉर्मल होता है. सो डू यू थिंक 130/90 और 130/85 दैट इज ऑल्सो नॉर्मल?
Yeah, what happens is, you know, let's see, the upper level of the blood pressure is the force generated by your heart, okay, and it produces how much your tubes are wide or narrow. If it is narrow, the pressure will be up. So it's not only the heart, but indirectly what happens when it is high blood pressure, your heart has to squeeze it harder to pull it or pump it to the other part of the body. So in that case, what happens, we make sure the pressure is not up, because what happens, it will affect like a tube. If the pressure is high, or if it is a balloon and you are putting the pressure high, it bursts. What bursts? In the brain it bursts, you know, you get the heart, you know, stroke. If it, and you know, you get paralysis. And if it bursts in the eyes, you get the blindness.
Yes.
Okay. If it, you know, bursts elsewhere, you know, you can have the main tube which is going from the heart to the legs area through the belly, and that bursts open, and there are a lot of people who have high blood pressure and it bursts. Okay, so
paralytic attack is also due to this.
Yeah, paralytic is, you know, stroke is because of stroke. They are interrelated, you know. So your upper blood pressure should not go high. Now the best thing is if you take your pressure at any circumstances, you know, if I was to choose, I'll take 140 as the upper limit, you know, for it, and that's it, you know. There is no such thing. The normal is 120 or below. If you are diabetic, I'll go even to 110. The lower the pressure is, it will never burst.
Yes.
You know, and it will never strain the heart. Because of these fluctuations which are unknowingly happening, and say you get agitated, pressure goes up, you get raged, somebody crossed in front of you and agitated you in the seat, you know, so your pressure is up, your tension is there, you did not sleep. So all these factors, they affect the pressure.
So ब्लड प्रेशर जो है उसका भी नॉर्मल रहना बहुत जरूरी है, अगर हम हेल्दी हार्ट की बात करते हैं.
बिल्कुल.
तो दर्शकों, आज हमने बात की है डॉक्टर बी.डी. शर्मा जी से, और उन्होंने हमें खास तौर से जो बताया है वो ये है कि हमें हर साल अपना चेकअप जो है, हेल्थ चेकअप जरूर करवाना चाहिए। खास तौर से 4 टेस्ट, ब्लड काउंट हमें उस चेक करना चाहिए, इसके साथ कोलेस्ट्रॉल टेस्ट होना चाहिए, शुगर टेस्ट हमें करवाना चाहिए, और डॉक्टर साहब चौथा टेस्ट जो आपने बताया है दैट इज किडनी फंक्शनिंग, वो हमें जरूर करवाना चाहिए। और अगर ये टेस्ट सभी ठीक आते हैं, इसका मतलब है कि हम शारीरिक तौर पर स्वस्थ हैं। और अगर कहीं पर भी कोई भी टेस्ट जो है अच्छा नहीं आता है, तो हमें उसी समय सचेत हो जाना चाहिए कि शायद हमारा स्वास्थ्य जो है अब स्वस्थ नहीं है। तो हमें समय रहते ही अपने आप को स्वस्थ रखने की कोशिश करनी चाहिए, और खास तौर से अपने हृदय को लेकर हमेशा ही सचेत रहना चाहिए। डॉक्टर साहब, आपका आज के इस कार्यक्रम में भाग लेने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you very much. I will add, because it involves the heart, so there is a test called ECG. You do the graph of that, on the physical checkup, and that will show, if it is normal. If it is normal, it doesn't guarantee you that it is normal. But then, you investigate further, But if it is not normal, it gives you indications that be aggressive.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you very much, Alka ji. Have a nice day. And to the viewers, please follow your health. If you are healthy, you can make better life for your family, friends, nation, and everybody else where we are in competition. Thank you.